Everyone and welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? I'm back with another video today. In today's video I want to review and compare two fragrances that are supposed to be very similar because they're supposed to, let's just say, be inspired by the same fragrance. So as you can probably tell, today I want to review and compare Fire Your Desire from Paris Corner to Khamrah by Lattafa. I already have an in-depth review for Khamrah by Lattafa, this video over here, so feel free to check it out if you want to hear how that fragrance smells on its own, how it develops, how it performs, and few layering tips that I have for you. But in today's video the focus will be on Fire Your Desire. So I have a 10 ml decant of Fire Your Desire by Paris Corner. I've been testing it in the past few weeks and I'm here today to let you know what I think about the fragrance. Is this one similar to Khamrah by Lattafa, and which one I would overall recommend to you and why. This is how the bottle looks and these are the notes. This one comes in 100 ml and it is around $40 something if I'm not mistaken. At least I think this is the price that you pay where I live and where you can find this fragrance. Compared to Khamrah, it's definitely a little bit more expensive, but not too expensive. As a reference, I got Khamrah for around this much. Now guys, are they similar or not? I have to be very honest with you, they do share some similarities. They're definitely, let's just say, within the same scent family, so within the same family, but I would say they're more like distant relatives, you know, so they do share some similar notes and accords here and there, but scent-wise they smell different to one another. Now, the most similar part is when I smell both of these from the cap, but even then I can tell some differences between them, you know. So how I was thinking about doing the video, I will let you know how Khamrah smells to my nose, and then I will let you know how Fire Your Desire smells to my nose, and then I will compare them and I will let you know overall which one I prefer and why. So as this, let's begin. Here is my bottle of Khamrah, and yes guys, I know that now you're supposed to twist the fragrance, not to pull the cap. Oh my god, so many people told me to twist it basically and not to pull the cap. So yes, but by the way, if you're a woman and you have long nails and you want to twist the fragrance, please be careful, because the first time I twisted the cap I broke one of my nails. So yes, now back to how this one smells. So without going into too many details, this to me smells like you take a glass of warm apple juice, like a warm store-bought apple juice. You put there some cinnamon sticks, so you have this like sweet but crisp apple sort of sweetness. Then you have this like sweet spicy cinnamon touch, but you also have some woody nuances, you know, and then you add there a dash of booze, but like just a little bit, you know, so you have this soft but present boozy touch. So in the last bits of the dry down you are left with a fragrance that's like soft, spicy, soft, woody and round, and you have there like a soft myrrh-like accord. Khamrah has more types of sweetness, at least to my nose. You have the sweetness that comes from the apple juice, and then you have the sweetness that comes from the dates. It has listed dates. Now how that translates to my nose, you get a very rich, sticky, sweet vibe in the background. Basically this one is warm, it's spicy, it's very sweet, it's a little bit boozy, it's very rich, it's very nuanced. You have a lot of resinous accords here that give a lot of roundness and warmth and density to the fragrance. So this is a very dense fragrance. You have layers upon layers of scent here. Overall I do really enjoy it. I think it smells amazing. I know the feedback when it comes to this fragrance is mixed. A lot of people don't enjoy it actually. Personally I do enjoy it, even though it's a softer fragrance. I don't mind the performance for this one. I still think it's decent, at least for the money I paid for this one. So yes, this is how Khamrah smells. Now let's talk a bit about how Fire Your Desire smells to me. Yeah, see, right from the start here you have the apple cinnamon vibe as well, but here I would say it's more pastry-like. If you had in Khamrah what I would call like a glass of warm apple juice, here I would say you have like a store-bought pastry, like an apple pie, you know. Okay, so I will try to explain it in a very simplistic way. Imagine this: you have a store-bought apple pie that you are defrosting it. So it's like it has the sweetness of an apple pie, it has the pastry-like quality of an apple pie, but overall it's very cold. You have the coldness that's enveloping that apple cinnamony touch. Then you have near it, imagine like you pour yourself a glass of very cold liquor. Here the cognac vibe, or like the booze vibe, it's definitely much more stronger than it was in Khamrah. And all this happens in a very old wooden kitchen, so you get a lot of really dry woody accords. This is how I would say Fire Your Desire smells to my nose if I were to put it in very simplistic words. It's way more cold. Khamrah was very warm, very enveloping, very cozy. Like this one is much more cold, thinner as well. It's not as complex as the one from Lattafa. I would say overall it's much more simplistic and it's more linear. The one from Lattafa goes through stages. Like I've mentioned in the in-depth review, to me the magic with the one from Lattafa is definitely in the opening and in the first few hours of wearing it. In the dry down, even though I do still enjoy it, let's just say that the scent that made me get addicted to the fragrance was in the opening. Now this one is more linear, at least to my nose. What you smell in the opening is basically what you will smell in the dry down when it comes to Fire Your Desire, which again can be a good thing because I actually really like how this one smells as well. Yeah, keep in mind guys, the vibe that describes this one is cold, okay? Like it's a very cold fragrance, not cooling, like iced cooling sort of vibe, but overall it's very cold. Like I said, you get the apple and the cinnamon touch that you also have in Khamrah, but here it's different. Instead of a glass of warm apple juice, here you have a apple pie that's defrosting, you know? So you still have the sweetness of the apple, you have this like creamy, like a little bit creamy pastry-like vanillic touch, and you also have the cinnamon, but it's more subdued. And like I said, it's enveloped by something cold. You have here as well the boozy aspect that's cold, and you have here a very dry woody accord that's much more pronounced than in Khamrah by Lattafa. Yeah, so Fire Your Desire basically is less warm, more cold, less complex, it's more simplistic. If Khamrah is very like dense, rich, warm, round and resinous, this one is much more thinner, much more simplistic and heavier, like way heavier on that dry, like rough, dry sort of woody accord, you know. Less sweet as well. So if you're a man and you felt like Khamrah was too sweet for you, just so you know, this fragrance is much more less sweet. So I think you might enjoy this one more if you've had issues with Khamrah. But still, I think both are unisex fragrances, you know. Neither I think it's too feminine, like, and when I mean feminine or masculine, I'm talking about like stereotypical feminine leaning and stereotypical masculine leaning, you know. You do you wear whatever you like, okay? Now something else I want to touch upon. If you are one of the people who was disappointed by how Khamrah smells, let's just say you found it too soft, you wanted it to be a little bit stronger, a little bit more of a beast mode, you know, like more of a room filler, just so you know, at least to me, Fire Your Desire is even softer than Khamrah. This is way more softer, way more muted, way more intimate than Khamrah is. I feel like with Khamrah, if you spray it, I feel like in the first few hours, people who walk past you and people like, let's just say like, people who are like at arm's length of you will smell it on you, but when it comes to this fragrance, I feel like the only people who will smell it on you is first of all yourself, and then people who come in very like intimate situation, like intimate encounters with you. Let's just say like someone gives you a hug, you know, or someone, I don't know, like leans in very close to you, or in more overall more intimate occasions, you know. This one on its own is not a really great performing fragrance. I feel like on my skin I get around 3 hours. Sometimes it pushes up to the 4th hour mark, but at the 4th hour mark, believe me, like I have to do like this, you know, like I have to stick my nose to my skin to be able to smell it. So right from the start, right from when you first apply it, I think this is more of an intimate fragrance, no matter how many sprays you do, you know. You could do 20 sprays of this one. I don't think it will change the fact that it's more of a close to the skin, more intimate fragrance. I'm just letting you know this because if performance is a deal breaker to you, then I think this will be an issue for you, even though scent-wise, again, it smells amazing. I really like how this DNA smells, but if, like I said, performance is an issue for you, or like performance is a deal breaker for you, then just to let you know, this is even more softer, even more subdued, even more muted than Khamrah is. Khamrah, guys, it's much more complex, much more nuanced. You get all the notes there. Here, every note you get it, yes, you can smell it, but it's more muted. So yes, those were pretty much my thoughts about these two fragrances and how they compare to each other. Now, like I said, if performance is not a deal breaker for you and you are looking for something within the angel share DNA, let's just say you found Khamrah let's just say you didn't like something about Khamrah and you want to try a fragrance that's similar to it but still different enough, I think you will enjoy this one. I mean, I enjoy it, but honestly I don't enjoy it enough to get this one as well in my collection and have both. If I were to choose just one, guys, for me personally, for my taste, for my needs, for what I like in a fragrance, I feel like Khamrah is a much better option for me, even though, like I said, Fire Your Desire smells amazing on its own as well. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't smell bad, you know, like I don't want you to think it smells bad just because it's a soft fragrance. No, actually scent-wise smells amazing. Yes, I wished it was better performing. I wished it had a little bit more strength, you know, but again, that's me. Maybe you, the one watching me, maybe you like more intimate fragrances. Maybe you want a fragrance, let's just say, that you could wear it all year round, day to night. You could layer it, you could wear it on its own, you could wear it basically almost anywhere with almost every outfit, because it's so soft and muted. Basically you wear it for your own pleasure, you know. People around you, I don't think they will smell it that much on you, or who knows, maybe if you let it sit for I don't know how many months, again, maybe it will get stronger. I cannot tell you that. But overall, to me, it's more muted. So yes, guys, pretty much those were all my thoughts about these two fragrances. If I were to sum it up, if I were to give a conclusion, like my final thoughts, at least to me, Khamrah would be a better fit. It's slightly stronger, slightly more better performing. It's way warmer, way richer, way spicier, way more nuanced, rounder, more resinous, you know. But again, these are, let's just say, notes and accords that I really appreciate in a fragrance, you know. If you want something that doesn't have any resinous accords, if you want something that's more thinner, more simplistic, let's just say pretty much straightforward, you know, and then I think you would enjoy Fire Your Desire. By the way, I really like the name. I think it's really nice. I really enjoy how that one sounds. The bottle is beautiful. The scent overall is beautiful. You know what, let me just tell you that even though this one is a softer, more intimate fragrance, but when you smell it on someone's skin, it has something really addicting about it as well. Only, by the way, in your hair it will last for more days, like in your hair it will last for way more hours, up to days even. Not until you wash your hair, but it will last for a full day for sure. Second day, you will still get hints of Fire Your Desire in your hair. So yes, guys, thank you so much for watching. Those were all my thoughts about these two fragrances. If you've tried any of these two, please share your thoughts about them down below. I would love to read your experience with either one of these two fragrances. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like it. This way you could show some appreciation and support to my channel as well, and I would really appreciate that. If you want to tell me anything, as always, please put it down below and I promise that I will get back to you. Follow me on Instagram if you want. There you can get to know, let's just say, a little bit more about me on a more personal level than here on YouTube. So yes, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm sending you lots of love, lots of hugs, a lot of positive energy, and I want to wish you an amazing day wherever you are. Bye, guys. Mwah.